Hello fellow guitar geeks, it's me Andy here at Promusic in Austria, in Carinthia, in 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Yeah, I live in Austria if you don't know, so I've come down here. Klaus has invited me to make some videos, and right now I'm talking because I don't know what to expect. On the website I saw a BC Rich, which looks like you'd expect a BC Rich to look, except this one is even more BC Rich. It's got not 1, not 5, not 6, not even 9 strings. It's got 10 strings on it, and Klaus is going to hand it to me now. Thank you, Klaus.
You're welcome.
And this is it. So if you ignore that for a second, looks like a normal 6-string, and you said that people use this as a 6-string.
Yes. You have the same nut width.
Okay.
As a 6-string guitar.
So same nut width as a 6-string. You've said you've seen a picture of Slash playing this.
Yes.
So now you take a look at that, and you've got 4 extra strings, which, if my math is correct, 6 and 4 is around about 10. And the extra strings are on the G, D, G, B, and E. So I purposefully learned nothing about this guitar. I'm going to plug it in, and I'm going to guess. My goodness, there's all switches and everything on this. Look how many switches are on there. I'm going to guess that these are doubled strings, but Klaus is not going to confirm that in case I'm right. I'm guessing that the D, the G, the B, and the E strings are like a mandolin, doubled. Let's find out. By the way, Marshall DSL-20 into a bunch of pedals that I'll show you on screen in a moment. Anything else you need to know? Not really. Oh yeah, running through the 𝗬𝗏𝗙𝗧𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 into a 1430 cab into your ears. I don't know if I'm nervous or excited about this. Ratsbane.
You have to be excited.
Excited?
Yeah.
I don't know what to play. It feels really weird. Maybe not with the 𝗏𝗏𝗙𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Firstly, forgive me, but it's hard to get my meat sausage fingers in there. My excuses are over now. I shall try and play the instrument. Okay, so it's not doubled. It's not the same notes. Is it an octave?
E and the E string is double.
Okay. E, two E's. Two B's. A G. Two G's. And then the D, this is lower. So you've got an octave on the D and then a normal A and E string. Sounds really nice. I like that. It makes sense over a 12 string because then you've got those very clear bass notes. I'm looking at Klaus, by the way. He's over there owning the shop. I'm going to just adjust the tuning again because I've already put it out. I've made the obvious mistake here that I've tuned it as if I've got a sixth. Right. Okay. I did that purely for the internet.
Yeah.
And then that one.
This is the E string.
Okay. Man, this is confusing. So, normal six string E's, but then you've got the doubles are here. I have completely fluffed this. Right. Oh, that goes that way. I really expected that to go the other way. This is where I got it wrong last time. I can't believe it took me 3 strings to notice. Don't ever hire me as your guitar tech. It's embarrassing. 3 minutes to tune a... Well, per string, that's not too bad. Still. I'm experiencing this for you, by the way. I'm making a fool of myself on the internet so that you don't have to. I've just seen the back of the headstock. Of course, that makes absolute sense. Right, hang on. Look at this. That's where the extra 4 strings go in. Immediately, I think Gibson can't even make a headstock that stays on with 6 strings, and BC Rich has gone and made one with 10 strings. And think of all that tension that's there. There's got to be a fair amount of tension on that nut, because they are not loose strings. There's as much tension coming this way as there is coming that way, of course, and that's all sitting on that nut, and it seems to be performing okay. I kind of want to find out what these switches do now. So the fun's over, now we get a bit geeky. Right, I've got so much going on here. Right, that's volume, as I would have guessed. Well done, BC Rich, for putting that in the right place. Therefore, tone or more volume? Hang on. That's the volume for the neck pickup. All right. I thought it was a master volume, so I was wrong. Unless... Right. Turning both those down. That's the wah-wah. And what the heck is this? So we've established that BC Rich have put the bridge volume underneath the bridge pickup, the neck volume all the way over here. So don't know what's going on there. 3-way switch. Then we've got master tone. Then we still haven't covered the 3 switches and whatever this is, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-way switch. Klaus is tapping away on a keyboard somewhere so that he can seem like he knows what he's talking about in a minute.
More knobs than on your pedal board, I think.
Yeah, the pedal board has less features than this guitar. Yeah. Right. These are 2-way switches. Oh, the door's closed. There's someone trying to come in. Again. Remember that golden rule. If a door doesn't open the first time, push it a bit harder. He can come in if he needs, strings or something. Maybe he needs something.
No problem.
Okay. Go around the back. Right. That was me bantering whilst I was. That's the closest I get to banter. This is a video of me switching switches. Oh, that did something. I'm going to guess for splitting coils.
Yes, you're right.
Winner, pizza dinner. That's nice.
Very nice.
I never thought I'd say this about a BC Rich. This is a nice guitar. I'm sure I could put some gain on and we can get some nasty stuff out of it, but that was a nice... Nice is not a word that should have, BC Rich and nice in the same sentence.
For BC Rich. When you have a BC Rich, you expect...
Yeah, I expect that.
It should sound than it looks.
It's reminding me of a Gretsch. It's reminding me of a Gretsch. So what the heck does this thing do? Oh no, let's not do that yet. Let's do. This video is probably called "What do these switches do?" So that's switching splitting the coils. Sorry, on the neck. What? So again, they've got it round the wrong way, or in the opposite way. Then we've got one final thing. We've done both pickups. What can that do? Like a cup of coffee or... Oh, phase maybe? Am I right?
Yeah.
I guessed the switch. Right, I've done it so far. Now I've just got this rotary thing. What would we want a rotary thing to do? Switch capacitor value? No? Revoice the pickups? Right, now I know what that does. Let's put it on. This is the cleanest VC Rich video ever. I've not really engaged the distortion pedal yet. I'm hearing more highs coming through. Is it a bass cut?
It's a five-way tone filter.
Five-way tone filter. Do you know what? BC Rich were having a meeting one day, and they said, I've got this great idea for a guitar. We put 10 strings on it, not 6. We put 4 more, and we put the machine heads down there. And then they went around the table and said, well, what if we put the knobs around the wrong way and split the chords, we put those around the wrong way? And they said, yes, it's finished. And then somebody came in and was late to the meeting, and they thought, I need to have some input on this, make sure I don't lose my job. And they said, what if we have a variable tone filter on a 5-way switch? And then they all patted each other on the back and sent the documents down to the luthiers. This is a ridiculous guitar. I love the fact that it is as ridiculous as it looks, and yet I love it. I've barely played it, but I love it. I love it. I'm going to try and play it a little bit just so we can get that out of the way. Now that I've, without any help whatsoever, figured out what all these switches and knobs do, this would confuse the heck out of me. Why, BC Rich, why? Let's put it through a fuzz pedal. Let's have a bit of Honey Badger. It's nice and safe, just on the E string. Let's try it now. What this needs is an octave fuzz to get even more notes in there. I've just realized that's still only one string. Hang on, I need to go to the next string. Strings. Without the octave? Without the fuzz? It's nice. I really, really, really like this guitar. Let's talk about, to try and make it some kind of worthwhile review or information video, let's talk about the specs for a minute. We've figured out the knobs and switches. Is it neck through?
This is a neck through.
It's neck through. I mean, there's so much going on with this guitar. We've barely scratched the surface. That is a neck through BC Rich, so meaning that the neck goes all the way through in a piece there. And I don't think there's a scarf joint. That's one piece going all the way through there, and then they've glued the sides on. I mean, obviously they accidentally took the sides off another guitar, which was supposed to be shaped differently, and stuck those on. Then you've got this little wonderful. Is that another piece? Yeah, that's another piece of wood, isn't it? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces, I believe.
Mahogany.
Mahogany?
The body and the neck, it's in one piece.
Mm. Yeah. That's one piece, yeah.
Mahogany.
What are these 2 black stripes?
2 black stripes. That's a good question.
It looks like mahogany again. It just looks like they've dyed it rather than, painted it red.
The whole guitar should be made of mahogany.
Right, then I'm going to stick by that.
The fretboard is
Ebony?
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite specs for wood, is mahogany plus ebony. I like rosewood and ebony and mahogany, but for me, ebony is where it's at. And it's a dark ebony as well. Klaus, you were going to sell this guitar. Let's look at the quality of the guitar. So there's no neck joint because it's just these 2 sides put on. The paint job looks wonderful. Like, genuinely, I was going to say that up here it kind of reminded me of an Epiphone. But looking at down here, it doesn't. It's far out of Epiphone territory. And even when Epiphone Imagine a really, really good Epiphone, but then with really good electronics in it. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. The tuners, they don't look that hot. They look as if they could be better. And you might hear that I am having a little bit of tuning issues. I'm going to really, really pull these strings out in a minute and make sure that the guitar is staying in tune, because this is new. And Klaus has thankfully done some work on it for me, just setting up, well, not setting up, but tuning it up and bending it out. But I'm doing some damage here with the strings. What else? The binding is really good. Excellent, in fact. The dots, it will please you, dot lovers, that these dots along here are straight. So that's more than some guitar companies can do. They've got their dot markers straight. Yep. What I'm doing now is I'm trying to find a problem with it, Klaus. With my eagle bespectacled eyes. It's really good. It's excellent. If I was to be super critical, like to be annoyingly critical, this is not painted, it's stained, isn't it? Yeah. If it is painted, it's a translucent paint, is what I'm trying to say. You can slightly see through it, and you can slightly, ever so slightly, see a little bit just here. But that is me being absolutely ridiculously picky. There's a McDonald's near here. People walking down with a McFlurry. Right. It's crafted in Korea. It says official BC Rich guitar. It's got a serial number. The strap buttons, that's odd, is here and here. Have we got a strap, please, Klaus?
Yes.
I'm going to strap this on and see how it feels. I am gobsmacked, flabbergasted, bamboozled. And there's a guy at the bench, guy waving, wants to come into the shop, and we're making videos. So he's got his guitar with him, and the shop's closed. So you're going to see Klaus's legs. He's very frustrated.
No, I'm not. Oh, the guy.
Yeah. No, not Klaus. Klaus is happy. It's a solar guitar he was bringing.
Yeah, I will call him in 1 minute.
Okay.
I know him.
Okay, he knows him. It's fine. Ola, is there something wrong with one of your guitars?
Strap for you.
This is that's the exact strap to match this guitar. My goodness.
Yeah.
Is this what brand of strap is this?
Bourbon strap.
Bourbon strap guitars, made in Spain.
Yeah.
Or you can smell the sherry. Sangria even. Sherry is what I had when I went to Spain.
Back in 1 minute.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to hang out and try and figure out this guitar. Right, we now have a strap on it. I'm going to stand up. Oh yeah! I mean, I've gone out of frame, but let's see what happens when I do this. Turn that up. Let's get some more. That's the Antares overdrive from 𝗏𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 This thing is brilliant. I'm getting so excited I forgot to swallow my own saliva. That's how good this is. BC Rich, you can use that as a marketing quote. Andy forgot to swallow his own saliva. Oh, no, don't use that. Don't use that. Klaus?
Yeah, I'm back.
How much does...
guitar more in the shop.
Great. How much does this guitar cost?
The Legacy 10?
Yes, the Legacy 10, that's what it's called.
What do you think?
I think I looked on the website at 1,400.
No.
Or 11?
It's 12.
12. 12.50.
Yeah.
1,250 euros per string. That's only 125 euros each.
Yes.
That's a steal.
Very good calculation.
Thank you very much. I can do 10s. If it had been 9, I'd have been absolutely screwed. Or anything more than 10. My 10 times table is pretty good. Or 1. I don't know, quite honestly, if I would spend that money on this guitar. But that's the kind of money this guitar needs to cost to actually be able to function. Because if it was any less, or if it was something like 600 or 700, it would be crap. And I've just, you weren't here, but we waited for you. And I tuned it again. I really pulled the strings about. It stays really well in tune now because it's new and almost unplayed. In fact, now that I've played it, it's worth either more or less. You can decide which one. You can probably see I'm having amazing fun today. Thank you so much for joining me, because without you, it'd just be me and Klaus in the shop playing 10-string guitars. But I want to say thank you to the guys at Promusic, that's Klaus and his family, for the pizza that they gave me earlier, but also for allowing me to hang out in the shop and bring stuff to you, such as this video. Go and check out the rest of the stuff on the channel, because I'm doing more stuff here. There's going to be some more fun had. I believe this is the only 10-string guitar in the shop.
That's the only one. Yeah.
The only one. It's available to buy?
It's available to buy, yeah.
You have a reverb shop, don't you?
I have a reverb shop and a website.
And a website, of course. I will put the links to this guitar in the video description, so you can go down there. But speaking of which, of things, you've reached the end of the video. So, to prove that you did reach the end of the video, and you can join in this family of people that get to the end, I'm trying to think, yeah, prestigious, elite and all that. When you leave a comment down below telling me if 10 strings are enough or just too many, please also include the phrase, "I'm a perfect 10." And that'll let me know, and Klaus know, that you've made it this far in the video, and I'm definitely going to chuckle about that one. So, yeah, the BC Rich Legacy Perfect 10. Thumbs up from me. It's very hard to put this back. You know, I said the end of the video, but I think I need this, and I don't know why. Okay, there are videos just here somewhere. Hang on, where is it? There it is, there and there, that you can check out. There might be some more from me being at Promusic here in Canton, but if there isn't, there's more stuff. And make sure you leave a thumbs up in this video so Klaus invites me back. I will see you very soon. I hope you had fun.